It's your boy Conservist34, and today I'm going to make an argument on why the Dave Matthews Band in 2020 should tour with these Before These Crowded Streets for its summer touring in America. This is something they have never done. They've played Away from the World in its entirety, almost by mistake at one of the shows in 2012, but they've never toured saying, hey, we're going to play this full album every single night, front to back in its entirety. But I think that at this point in the band, I have some points and reasons, or some rhyme and reasons, on why they should do that. So let's get started here. So the reason I've chosen Before These Crowded Streets is not only because it's the best album, in my opinion, of the Dave Matthews Band. It is the best journey that the band does. It has a great run of songs that is fit to be an album that you can tour with every single night, and people will be entertained and want to go back to. You know, how many people go back to different Broadway plays, if you can afford it? Hamilton or The Book of Mormon or Phantom of the Opera. That's what Before These Crowded Streets is. I could still go to 4 shows, in my opinion, and see this thing be played front to back and enjoy it. So that's why I've chosen Before These Crowded Streets. It's a journey. Think about also artists who have done this. Roger Waters, The Wall. Stevie Wonder, which I saw his Songs in the Key of Life tour. He does it front to back. A great journey. And a rap end, I love J. Cole. He has done Forest Hills Drive and For Your Eyes Only. These are albums that are journeys, and they bring it to life on stage. So that's my reasoning for Before These Crowded Streets to be that album that they're going to tour with in my make-believe or hopeful wishes that they do this for 2020 in the summertime. So the next thing that I would put forward is I would have 7 to 10 non-Before These Crowded Street songs after the band finishes the album in its entirety. That way they can do some other fun songs from other albums. They can do Jimmy Thing if they want. All right, Dave, you can do You Remember and Satellite and You and Me. So that way you get your hits in, you end with whatever you want, but at least the fans get that presentation of Before These Crowded Streets. And that's your set. Before These Crowded Streets, front to back every night, and then you finish off with these popular hits or whatever you want to play that night, Dave. It's on you. You can be lazy. You can mail it in. At least you played Before These Crowded Streets, right? And I just want to defend my revolutionary idea. This is revolutionary because the band always has written a set kind of the night of, right? And fans don't know what they're going to play. And some fans are going to probably say, hey, well, that goes against it. Why would I want to know what they're going to play? Well, I mean, you pretty much walk into a show knowing you're going to get, if you don't get Don't Drink the Water, you're going to get 41. If you don't get 41, you'll get Jimmy Thing. If you don't get Jimmy Thing, you're going to get You and Me. And hell, you may get all of those in the same exact show, especially at a festival. And if you don't get any of those songs, you'll get Warehouse. I mean, you're going to get certain songs every night. You don't know where it's going to be, right? Oh, I want to be surprised. Well, that's where my idea of 7 to 10 songs generated every night after Before These Streets comes into play. And another thing I want to defend is I think at this part of the band's life cycle, it's better that they have a rehearsed classic album in the middle, because some of these sets just don't flow like they used to. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have fun. That doesn't mean you can dance and have a great time. But some of these sets this year in 2019, they've just been very confusing. Why is this song after that song? Why is that song after that song? At least, even if I didn't like certain songs 3 or 4 years ago, the sets flowed. And that's what I've come to learn as I reflect on my recent and short DMB fandom from 2012 to currently 2019. I didn't like Mercy. I didn't like If Only. But you know what? I listened back to some of these shows that I've been to, and the shows flowed even though I didn't like those songs. As a matter of fact, I could go to the bathroom during those songs. But the sets flowed better 3 or 4 years ago than they do now. These sets now are very odd. Mansfield 2019, a very odd flow when Dave can make what he wants, right? So I think that having a big bulk of this in play, and then they can master this as the tour goes on, you're going to get Before These Crowded Streets sounding solid. If they play all these songs night after night, Dreaming Tree is going to be perfect. The Last Stop, they can have the tourniqueted outro because now they've been practicing it. These songs are hard to execute, but if they play it night after night, it's better for 2019 DMB older DMB. Dave's voice exhausted DMB to have more familiarity with certain songs being played every night. So that's why I'm taking them away from pick the songs they want to play. And hey, most of this set is pre-set in place. The rest of it, 7 to 10, a very small portion there, is then going to be play what you want. And before this Crowded Streets 2020 tour would bring back more fans. Plain and simple. There are a lot of fans, they don't want to hear Come Tomorrow. They don't want to hear You and Me. They don't want to hear these newer songs that just don't hit as hard as the older material. And that's why you see shows being cut. Hartford has one show now, doesn't have two. Mansfield, Massachusetts has one show now, doesn't have two. Lawns in certain markets don't sell as well. Seats in certain markets, there's seats in the corners and on the sides and in the back that don't sell at all because the demand is not there. Artists like Roger Waters when he does The Wall. Stevie Wonder did Songs in the Key of Life for a couple years. I went to that show. It brought back more fans. So DMB doing this, they would bring back more fans. You would have lawns a little bit more fuller. You're guaranteed the Dreaming Tree, the Stone, Halloween, Spoon, and The Last Stop in one show? You don't think people are going to come back? All those people on Ants Marching, shout out to everyone over there. Those people who are sick of the current set list, you play before these Crowded Streets, they're coming back. They're making purchases for seats and for lawn area access. They're coming back to the live show. And I would go to 3 shows from this theoretical tour. I'd go to 3 shows right here before these Crowded Streets. It's an amazing album. It's a special opportunity for once in a lifetime, one tour to hear this album front to back every night. And that's why I think this should be considered, even though it probably won't. What do you guys think? You agree, you disagree? Definitely like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, ConcertViz34. That's all I got for today. Peace.